like football for Boston College. He's like 6'6" or 6'7".
Yeah.
Probably close to 300 pounds, something like that. He's kind of slim, but he's probably 280-ish. He's athletic looking, you know. So he called out Paul. Well, I think he talked to Paul. He didn't call him out, really. He talked to him. So he was like, Paul Passmore.
Passmore, okay.
And he was like, I want to get on the rankings in Georgia. And he really hadn't been a tournament. I think he might have been to one tournament I wasn't at or something, you know. And he told Paul, because he practiced with us one time at Paul's, you know, like slow pulling and practice pulling. I mean, he has a good chance he'll probably beat me because he's so tall and has that long lever, you know. That's like kills me. But Paul said, well, call out somebody on the list. And he was like, I'm going to call you out. He said, I think it would be an easy win. And Paul said, I don't know. We got interrupted. We were kind of talking about it. So I was like, well, okay then. Because he pulled me twice in practice. And, you know, he got everything he wanted. I would cheat him so fucking bad in the match. He would be like this.
But you know those practice matches count.
No, but you know what I'm saying. I didn't know if y'all ever talked to that guy.
But man, you know the practice matches count.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You beat somebody in practice, you can always beat them. Don't you know that?
Right. Yeah, I like them. I like them ready goes and you know, fair setup. You know, because I'll let you get me. I'll start over there with you. You know, in practice.
Practice.
Right. I want to start in a bad position. You know, or you know, in a losing position.
Yeah.
If I have to.
It's already screaming.
No, we're not live, are we?
We're about to be. Yeah, we're like.
All right, send me the link again so I can send it to Jamie. She said she followed you last time. All right, guys, I got it. Let me copy this down and send it to her.
All
right. So how you feeling now after your match? How's your arm feeling?
My arms are feeling good. My shoulders and upper back's kind of sore. I think from doing a lot of strap pulling, you know, just that lat drag. But yeah, I don't feel like I was ever on my bicep real hard. And my elbows feel real good. My left is hurt, you know, but my right feels solid. But my left's been kind of hurt. It's always one of them are kind of beat up, you know.
Yeah, you look pretty solid in your match.
Yeah. I didn't let him, but he got his shoulder in on me on the second match, you know. And I mean, it ain't nobody's fault, but when Joe kind of jumped in and put his hand because, you know, he couldn't tell that Logan wasn't touching, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think Logan could touch. He might could, but I don't think he could.
It didn't look like it was.
He was a good. I mean, he wasn't a fist off, but you know, as long as you don't touch, you can stick your hand in there. And I think it kind of messed me and Logan up both when he jumped in there and put his hand in there because you're pulling. I mean, you know, and so the first surge I held him. He put his body on it, and he told me he was like. And then you could kind of tell my hand moved a little bit when Joe was messing around. And then he went ahead and tried to pin me because he said he was afraid I'd be able to pull him out of that. I don't know if I could have or not.
Well, most big guys can't touch their hand to their shoulder.
Yeah. I mean, there ain't no way I could. You know?
Man. I mean, right. I can't push it no closer than that.
Right. And, you know, I figured you only got to worry about that in like 176 and under probably, you know.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Yeah, Logan, I don't feel like I've been pulling Logan for years. I just don't feel like he was 100% yesterday.
I know he had been sick or something, right?
Yeah, he had went from like 270 down to 250 or 240 something, two high 40s.
Oh wow.
because all week he was,
Yeah.
he couldn't stay off the toilet. So, but he didn't use it as an excuse. He told me he didn't know, but I don't feel like from pulling him so many times, I just don't feel like he was 100%. He wasn't trying all this trickery he usually does, and he just didn't feel like he was there. So,
Well, I was telling Cody earlier when he quit on that match with you, just gave up. That's the first time I've ever seen Logan quit.
Well, he knows exactly how I pull, and if you know me, like I get there, I'm good, and I just start inching around. And he said he didn't want to try to fight that because I won't pin you until I get to a certain point. So I don't know. I think he was probably smart to do that first round.
Yeah,
because he felt good second round. I mean, we both adjusted a lot, so felt pretty good. And then the last round, he said, "Let's go to straps," and he hadn't pulled me in straps in a long time. And like, he's taught me all my strap tricks. I know, that's who. When I go to Paul's, that's usually who I'm pulling with is Logan. Like he's taught me most of everything I know. And when we went, and I just wrenched him over, and he made me pull him in the straps and made me pull Tim in the straps. And he was like, he said, nobody wants to go in straps for you right now. Unless they're just way stronger. Because just that lat drag, I've been working on my upper back and back a lot. So
yeah, I've been seeing the videos you've been posting.
Yeah, like we'll put 5 plates on each side of the hammer strength and do rows, like really working on that,
Yeah. Now,
but
when you do rows, are you sitting in the floor?
No, me and Logan did talk about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Pulling more. I do them from different angles, but we got these cool handles at the gym. They keep your hand like this when you're doing rows.
Right.
And I like them, and I pull. You seen how I usually pull straight back, kind of at an angle, not quite 45, maybe. But he told me to get to where I'm pulling more.
You're doing more of a lateral pull down, right?
Right.
Okay.
But I do all several different. I even do them from underneath, from a lower set point too. But
okay.
I just try to mix it up because I really work on my rear delt too. I do all kind of like face pulls, stuff like that, because I think that keeps your shoulder from being injured. What you think, Mike? You know about that stuff.
If you're just wanting to work the posterior delt and focus on that, try sitting in the floor like you were going to do a seated row and take a long lat pull down bar, like the long bar, and get as far out on it as you can so that you take away everything in here and focus directly here.
Right. I could do that.
I would try that.
Okay.
Because the further out you go, the more you isolate the shoulders.
Right.
And you get everything off the back. So I would try and go out as wide as I could and come straight back. Right. Almost like reversing the direction of a bench press, a wide press.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's what keeps your shoulders together is that rear delt, and all too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The rear, the posterior delt and the rhomboid region, like the trap and everything. Yeah. That's especially like at your height and my height. Everybody talks about lat drag. There's never been a time you've used your lats.
Right.
Where I have. We're not
my
talking
upper back.
Yeah. We're using the rhomboid, the trap, the posterior delt.
Right.
I mean,
that's
if you're
exactly what sore.
You can use your lats.
Right.
But I'm 5'6". I don't know if my lats has ever even been awake.
and what's bad about yesterday, Stacy had to go out of town to meet her sister and do some stuff. And my arm wrestling shoes were in the back of her car. And she was about an hour out. And I was like, it was my fault, and because I pulled down in Savannah with them guys, and I forgot to get them. And I just threw on my work boots. So
how much height do they get you? About 1.5 inches?
The shoes, the arm wrestling shoes, it says 2 point. The work boot's about 1.5 inches. The other shoes are like 3 inches.
Okay.
But they put me on my toes a little bit too. You know how they are. So,
Yeah.
but it still gives you the height because it ain't like I sprawl out when I pull. I'm standing almost straight up,
Right.
So as far as I can. I try to get as tall as I can. I'm 5'7", you know what I mean? So
Hey, I'm 5'6", dude. I understand.
right. So and then I got all this too.
Well, last year when we went to Mississippi, when I cracked the rib and stuff,
Right.
about halfway to Mississippi, I remember my shoes.
Oh no.
So I'm pulling in flat New Balances standing down there. And that's one reason I was I was so high up on my tiptoes. I was unbalanced.
Oh yeah.
And when I surged, that's when I popped that rib into the table.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. Yeah, I'd be sore standing up on my toes like that all day.
Hey, my calves is always tore up when I get home.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My whole body hurts after a practice, usually for a tournament. But I was surprised my tendons and all have finally got to where they don't really bother me anymore.
Yeah.
And I tell you, Michael Ghost from Georgia.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
I got it's later in practice now, but he's like 180, and I got in a hook, and we just went deep in the hook, and that joker was pulling me out of my hook.
Really?
I mean, yeah, I was like, God Almighty. So that dude right there, he has done got strong.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see him pull some guys.
I'll tell you who you can try to pull that's a lightweight that will really shock you if you'll go in a hook with him. Go in a hook with Travis Toggle right-handed.
Oh, okay.
See
I've
how
never
you
got to pull him.
See how you pull through that little guy.
Yeah, I pulled with Cody Wood yesterday too, and which it ain't terrible, but I was just pulling with him, and he said, and I to get him over, I give him some, and I pull him back. We were just working, and he was like, "Pin me," and I was like, "Do what?" Man, I usually don't pin guys at practice, and he's like, "Pin me," and I said, "Okay." So I got them pulling on that little joker, and he is sticky down there.
Yeah. Well, see, Travis, who beat him twice at Alabama last year in a hook, both times.
Yeah. That's good. That dude is sticky down low. If you slow pulling, if you just try to pull through him,
right,
it's rough, man. I'd really have to jump on him, flash him.
Ryan
Travis
Bollinger
is
says
underrated.
the big win.
What?
What's that?
I didn't hear what he said.
Ryan Bellinger says Ike with the big win.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, it helps my confidence a little bit, man. I never think I could beat anybody, So
where does that put you and him in the rankings?
I'm still number 2 in Georgia right-handed. And it ain't because I think I'm number 2. It's because either they're not active or we don't have a lot of super heavyweights. You know what I mean? All our baddest guys are 242s,
Logan was who's number 1 then?
Paul.
Oh, Paul is? Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. And I pulled Paul yesterday, and he let me get everything I wanted, and he pulled me out of it. So I'm not ready for Paul. So
let's see if I can get it pull up.
All right. Did you get a chance to see any clips of the matches?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I like to talk about that Michael Todd match. It seemed to me, which I'm not a fan of the guy, but I think he got robbed, man.
I think he did too.
So I'm not.
Hold on. Okay, there we go. I had to mute it so we don't start echoing back through. I think one match he got robbed, but I think he got lucky on one and didn't get called.
Right.
So, kind of.
Yeah.
Now that first match, round 1, oh, he was in total control.
Yeah.
just dad's moving him standing there.
I don't know. And then I did see the last match with John. He elbow fouled pretty good, but it was quick. And I don't know if he gained position by it or not. You know, I'm no ref.
Yeah.
So,
well, to touch back on the Michael Todd one, he was right for saying what he did because Inga and them did not specify is this bones or the humerus.
Right.
They just said on this side of the table.
Right.
And when Ingen was getting on to him after the first round, Michael said, my humerus was on this side of the table, though.
Yeah, he's smart.
Which, you know, he's down like this, but yeah, from here up, it's on his side.
What the guy he pulled, I can't pronounce his name.
Ravaz.
That guy was over, he was over center of the table also.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
I think that if someone wants to not allow Mike to do what he does, they're going to have to get into the specifics.
Right. Yeah.
But the way it was, he was in the right.
Yeah. If he was wrong, I'd say it.
Yeah.
Well, if they went into the specifics and didn't want Michael to pull that way, could he pull? Like, I mean, I'm sure he probably would, but
I think he's really.
You're asking if he would pull on the same level he's at now?
Well, actually, I was asking if he would pull at all, but yeah, you know, yeah, at that level, which I don't think, because I mean, he's a strong dude nonetheless. Like he is a strong dude, but you know, not ever pulling any other kind of way, you know, besides maybe a shoulder press. But
well, I mean, his King's move's a lot better than it used to be from the Wall days, you know, early Wall days. It's gotten a lot better. It's more offensive, you know, and it's just less dropping down right away and straightening his arm out and being under the table. So I think he's worked on it enough to where people should leave him alone about it, you know, unless the humerus goes at a negative degree from, you know, I think they should leave him alone. I mean, he's getting beat. Like, it ain't like he's unbeatable. So, what you think, Mike?
You know my opinion of the King's move, but I've got to agree with you, man. He has worked on it and gotten a lot better. He's starting to stay above the table.
Right.
He's still. Everybody used to refer to George Zakowicz, Crazy George, his King move, but those two King moves were not the same.
Right.
George is up. Mike was down, but now Mike has started staying up.
Yeah.
So now Mike King's move is starting to look more like Crazy George did for years.
And like Cody pulls too, it's more of an open hand top roll too. I mean, he don't drop down, you know.
Cody doesn't drop down that low anymore.
Right. So, yeah, I think it's good. I mean, everything's heading in the right direction, so they should probably. I mean, I'd quit worrying about it, but I think Ingen I don't think he hates the move altogether. So, you know.
What did y'all think about Ingen kind of interfering and during the match and stuff and talking to the refs? Do you think that was right?
No.
Him just being the promoter?
I think once the refs are assigned, the promoters need to leave them alone. Step back. Shut up.
Exactly. Yeah. I agree with that.
I've seen the promoters step in, cause problems before because their opinion was different, but you gave them the rules.
Right.
That's who you brought in to do it and keep the rules. Leave them alone.
Yeah, I agree.
Let the refs enforce it.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody wants to ruffle Ingen's feathers either because they want to come back because he's putting on these great shows, you know. So I know what I'm sure Mike wanted to jack slap him, but he's not going to, you know, of course.
Well, have y'all seen one of Ingen's latest posts about the East versus West?
No.
He said he was gonna have him a good sleep and decide if he was gonna have East versus West again, that it might be done because of
Really?
I guess people complaining about part of the stream with Mask and Prudnick that went out and stuff like that. It
Well,
seems that he does kind of get offended easily.
Yes. I'll definitely agree with that.
But I thought overall, I still thought it was a good showing. There's not too many times you get a card like that.
You won't make everybody happy anyway. I had to learn that, even putting on my little tournaments. You're going to have people that don't like something. So.
Yeah, I didn't like the food at the last one because it's too good, and I kept wanting to get more.
Dude, that food was awesome. I was surprised. I was
Man.
like, wow.
I was really surprised for that to come out of food truck.
I know it, man. They brought it to me. I was like, where'd you get this from? They said the food truck. I said, what?
So, all right, let's go to Dave Chafee and Gennady.
Man, Gennady's something else, man.
It looked like, Dave got up 2-0 really easily, almost, like it wasn't nothing. And I don't know if it was too much cruising after that, too much confidence, or if he gassed out. But I wouldn't have thought he gassed out because of how easily he won the first two.
But if he blew his forearm up.
Gennady said he wanted to beat Dave in a top roll, and he tried it twice, and then he went inside.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. That came out of Gennady's mouth. I heard that. So Gennady was trying to be like the GOAT and beat them where they're strong. And I can't believe he let them, get 2 up on them, especially like Dave Chafee. But that's what happened with that, I believe.
Yeah, I think it helped that he, like I was saying, he never got down on himself. He pretty much stayed fired up the whole time. He's a bad dude. They kind of lets you know that the rankings don't really make sense, with Alex Kardeccia beating Hermes beating Gennady, Dave beating Alex, and then Gennady beating Dave.
That's all styles. Styles make matches.
Yeah.
So that but Gennady, who do y'all want to see him pull next? I mean, like somebody like a heavy hooker,
I know he called out Devin Larrett but somebody had put on Facebook Corey West.
Yeah, me. I'd like to see them two tie up.
Is that you that put that?
Yeah. I didn't want to lead you into it, but that's what I'm thinking. Them two, and have it, bring Gennady over to their Monster Factory deal,
Yeah.
And have a match there. I think Gennady wants to come over anyway, and have it under some more like Arm Wars rules, maybe. Which I don't think they'd have a big problem with rules anyway. Them two.
Tommy Smith, what's up, buddy?
But I'd like to see Gennady and Corey pull. I think that'd be a good one.
Yeah, I think it would too.
Do you think Corey would have a good chance in that, being how long Gennady's been pulling? And
I wouldn't bet on that one at all. It's a close one. I would say Gennady's the favorite, of course, but Corey's that size helps, and his hand size.
After watching his performance in his last match, man, that I wouldn't even know where to start to see which way to go.
Right. Yeah, I mean he just got wins off of Ryan Espy, and
Yeah.
I know that Mike guy is not like he's not super known, but that's a bad guy too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and he's not like he didn't look super huge. I know it's hard to look at somebody when they're standing next to Corey, but
Right.
I don't think he's even like a 300-pound guy.
Yeah, I think he's right under 300 pounds probably. And Corey, I know Corey's still got to be around 4. Even if he lost weight, he's a little over 4. For
Yeah.
sure.
It was crazy to see Corey in person yesterday. Yeah, I haven't got to meet him yet, but I've been told that video doesn't do justice.
I've pulled him left-handed. It's been a few years back in Arkansas, and I just held on.
Corey's gas tank would be a concern. I think other than that, it'd be a war. Yeah, I think Gennady would have the endurance factor.
Yeah. Yeah. What's next? What's the next match we're going to talk about?
Let's do Todd Hutchings and Arackley.
Woo.
I'll go first. I had said 3-1, thinking that Arackley might get the first one. I didn't expect it to be as easy as it was. But I learned my lesson again.
Well, Rackley did take him. He took him over in deep waters there for a second. And I thought that Todd was going to get pinned, but he transitioned back and come back at him. I was like, he's not used to being pulled around like that, So Rackley, he ain't no joke. But I think Todd Hutchins will snap it off before he lost. That's the way he pulls, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think he might. My last name,
bad boy, man.
He might be my dad. I don't know.
He's got Mike. Did you think it was pretty much going to go that way, as easy as it was?
As easy? I didn't think it would be as easy. I thought it was going to go that way.
Right.
But hey, I'll give a shout out to Todd Hutchins. The towel drop at just the right moment. Perfect in your post interview. He'll know what it's about. If you guys don't, go watch his YouTube video.
I've seen the thumbnail. I hadn't watched it though.
Go watch it, and then you can talk about it.
He's so entertaining, man. I love it.
They've if the East versus West continues, he's got Prudnick next.
Whew. Yeah. What do you think about that?
What y'all
Dude,
think?
I don't go against Todd Hutchins, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. But since we're talking about Prudnick, we might as well talk about Matt Mask. I got that one totally wrong, dude.
The antics, I knew would be there 100%.
Oh yeah. That was
The end result, I didn't expect that.
That looked like Glenn Brooks was practicing with me or something, just going back and forth, That was awful, man. He didn't have to do the guy that way. But
play devil's advocate though. The guy in front of you's throwing fits, acting like that.
Yeah.
You'd probably do it too.
Yeah, you're right. It's crazy, man. And I know Matt Mask would just wax me all over the table, but and he's a bad dude. But it's amazing to see the different levels, man. Like we had some new guys coming that came yesterday to practice, and big old boys, strong guys. And I get up there on the table and I'm just letting them pull on me, and then I'm just stonewalling them, and then I work with them, and then they'll see me pull like Paul, and he does me like I do them,
Right.
And it's like I tell him, I said, it's just weird. All the levels in this game is crazy, man.
Yeah.
So, and then Matt had to pull. Who's the other guy he pulled left?
Artem Morzov.
Morzov, that's right.
Which is the guy who beat Derek Smith right-handed.
Which one you want to talk about?
Well, I didn't expect too much out of Matt left-handed. Hadn't seen him a whole lot do it, but Paul Passmore beat him left-handed
Right.
a couple years back when he beat. I think that's when he beat Herman right-handed.
Well, that was a draw.
Okay.
It was a 3-3, and
Okay.
I think I'm right. But that's when Wayne Withers beat Matt Mass right-handed. Right.
Yeah. Now I think they said that he beat Herman because
Did he
that was
beat?
in part of what they were announcing.
Okay, you may be right.
Well, I don't know, but I know when they came out and they were doing the announcements, in introductions,
Right.
they said that he had beat Herman.
Okay. Yeah, you're probably right there. You're probably right. But so Derek, I know Derek only had like a few weeks notice that he was going to be pulling, right? But I also know he's been training for Dave Chafee or something.
Yeah, I think he said during that when he was commentating with Coach Ray that he was calling that off.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of because of this, and Coach Ray told him to slow it down a little bit and hit a few tournaments and stuff. And
right, yeah.
Did he look 100% to you on like when he pulled Tim Bresson?
Nah, but he, that traveling and all that stuff has got to be tough. I've never done.
Yeah, but I mean, even the fire, he had some fire going when he pulled Bresson. He was wound up.
Right. Yeah, he didn't have that killer look in his eyes.
No, he looked half asleep when he pulled this one.
Yeah, I think it's got a lot to do with the traveling and peaking for this kind of stuff. We all know these guys have to time their matches. So
yeah,
I don't think he was 100% really.
What's next, Cody? Marcio and Tobias, right hand.
Marcio is just a bull.
Yeah,
I'm so glad he won that.
I am too.
That was a good match though. Like the Tobias dude, I know he's a young giant dude, but he looks promising.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Marcio, I wouldn't count him out either, man. I seen something. He was down. He come down to the wire with that. And I don't know I can't remember what I called it. I probably called it 3-0 Marcio. But he come down to the wire, but he pulled it out. It was good to see him get that win.
I think I called 3-0 just like you did.
I think so. How about what's the Swedish guy, the big Swedish guy?
Tobias?
Yeah, Tobias.
And who did he pull again?
He pulled
Marcio left.
Right. He pulled him right. He pulled
him right. Left. That's right. Prudnick pulled him left.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Which surprised me too.
Right.
I think Prudnick is dominant right, but he's really good left too. And he was even able to kind of shoot a hook in there, and Tobias still was able to pull through.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that match too. I got to get better with knowing all these guys, man, from Europe,
Yeah, Tobias is only 24.
Wow. That's crazy.
Imagine if he continues and uninjured him at 30, 35.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Who's John and Todd Hutchins are pulling next? Is that John's next big match or what?
I think they said John's supposed to pull Irakli.
When's that happening,
I would assume, I think if they at the next East versus West.
I thought Todd and John had a match coming up. Am I wrong? Or is that Corey West? John and Corey West?
No, I think I think I heard that John and Todd, but it was later in the year.
Okay. So who's going to the Monster Factory and pulling Corey? I thought it was one of them. I thought it was John.
Oh, I may be wrong.
I think John is supposed to pull him. I don't know when, but I think they were going to see how John and Arackley did, and then if John beat Arackley, then John versus Todd.
Okay. What do you think? How do you think that's going to go?
John and Arackley or John and Todd?
John and Arackley.
John.
Yeah, I think so too.
Be tougher.
I think when John loses, he's trying to beat them guys in their strength.
Yeah.
Like, because you'll see him, he'll bust somebody around, and then he'll try to go where they're strong at, and he might lose. And then he comes right back. I mean, just like this, like yesterday.
Yeah.
He's one of them guys that want to beat you where you're strong at.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good match too. It had me kind of real anxious and kind of worried. I ain't gonna lie. But every time, like after the first round, when John got pissed off, and you see him just sling Zurab all the way over, I was, thinking like, okay, if he really wants to do this, it ain't no problem. Then the third match, the same thing happened. He got flop pressed, and then the next match he slung him over again, and then they got in the strap on that last one, and that looked good right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think he was just trying to make it look good for the TV.
Well, that kind of backs what you're saying, Ike. I think he got up there and he wanted to prove he could just let him do what he wanted to and beat him.
Yeah.
And then he didn't.
Yeah.
And he got mad.
Yeah.
And he did what he knew how to do.
Yeah.
And then he thought he'd try to do it again, and he couldn't. So then on the last one, he did what he had to do again.
Yeah. I mean, he played it out right. And
Yeah.
I think, them guys like John, any good experienced puller, they could keep you out of your power. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he knows what to do.
But Mike, do you think the John and Arackley, do you think it'll be tougher for John than it, obviously than it would be for Todd?
Honestly, I think it'll be about the exact same.
Really?
John and Todd have pulled so many times, practiced together throughout the years. Watching the two of them pull looks like a mirror. Just one's bald.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I agree. I mean, he's got a few more tools in there, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, they're about the same size and all right now. So yeah, I think so. Them are my two favorite guys right now, top level guys anyway. John and Todd. They're like the daddies of the sport right now.
Yeah.
So.
I think that when John pulls Todd Hutchins, that will be the two most exhausted men on the entire planet.
Right. Oh yeah.
I think that's going to be a war.
Yeah, I think so too. I believe so.
And the thing is, you can't say it's up to the endurance, because man, both of them's got endurance for days.
Right. Yeah. We'll have to see.
Is John top 10 North America overall?
I don't know who's in the rankings above him now.
Well,
who is above him, Mike? Do you know?
Just based off your opinion, like
I don't know. I mean, I would put North America. I'd put Devin over him.
Yeah.
And I really can't think of anybody else I'd put over him in North America. I don't guess.
Because, like,
I mean, maybe Dave's questionable. I mean,
Really?
I don't know. I don't think Dave could beat him though. So I don't know. Yeah,
I
don't
think
think
I would. You're saying is he in the top 10? I think I'd put him in the top 5.
Right.
Chance
Yeah.
Shaw, what's up, buddy? Chance, when are you supposed to pull Ron? Isn't that your next match? But
Yeah, how did Ron do in Hawthorne? I didn't get to watch any of that.
I didn't know he pulled. Tommy said earlier that Mike won the tourney. He only had one loss. I'm not sure what Mike he's talking about.
They call that guy Magic Mike, or what they call him? The guy from California.
Oh, Mega Mike.
Mega Mike, yeah. I said Magic Mike. I'm sorry.
You know, it's my stage name in the 90s, right?
Yeah, I was thinking that. That's where they did a movie about you, didn't they? Oh,
June 4th.
Ron, it's July the 23rd.
BLM. Who's BLM? Oh, Brandon Mulvihill, Canada.
Yeah. So that's June the 4th.
Yep. How do you
Bill on that one?
I think Artem's pulling. Is he pulling the same guy left-handed or something?
I think so. I saw something like that.
Yeah.
So Artem's got him left and Chance got him right.
Yeah, that guy's got a tough day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good puller. I've seen a few things from him. He's strong and he kind of gets into some weird, bad looking positions too.
Right.
No offense to BLM, but I got to give that one a chance, right-handed.
Oh yeah, yeah. What's that guy? He's weighing in at like 200 pounds or something.
I think he's a little bigger than that. Chance, how big is he? I think he's closer to 240.
Oh,
230,
really?
240, yeah.
Okay. So, how's Roger Learn doing with his arm? Anybody heard anything? Is it good?
No,
I saw the video today.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
I really think he had to have had a microfracture or something before that.
Right.
He wasn't in that bad a position. I mean, it wasn't a position that I would think a referee would ever call.
Right. Yeah. When stuff like that happens, it scares you because you pull worse than that.
I pulled in a lot worse positions than that.
Yeah. So.
All right. Chance said he's bulked up to 245, so he'll be
wow.
Yeah.
He said Artem pulls him right-handed later in September.
Okay. Yeah, Artem's a bad dude. He's looking good right now. So
yeah.
And I know Chance. I don't think that guy has a chance against Chance, but we'll see.
Chance against
I just think his hand will be too much.
Yeah, I don't see it. But hey, that's all good. Chance needs some good wins to get back around. He's been pulling all them monsters out there. So, and Artem beat me left, so he could probably beat anybody left. I mean, so.
When was it when you pulled Artem?
With that round robin, that George Artem fight.
There's what, like 5 or 10 pounds difference in y'all?
Yeah, a couple pounds difference there. But he's so tricky, man. That has to make up for a lot. And then I told him he's Russian, so like his 180 in Russian's like at least 300 in American, and then I got a little bit of extra on him from there. But yeah, he's a good arm wrestler, and I'm not. I'm a lot stronger than Artem, but he knows how to beat me. So
yeah,
you know how it goes. I'll get him back one day.
I think it'll be an easy day, Chance. No worries.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but Ron, though,
I don't think anybody that pulls BLM is going to have an easy day.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about the guy. I've seen him pulling off, but I don't know. I'm really excited to see Chance and Ron pull, like super match, style.
Right.
Where's that going to be at? Anybody know?
Chance. I saw the flyer, but
So I'm guessing Ron's not pulling in July 16th at PAF Buford, so we don't have to worry about him picking on us. That's the week before. He might come
I've
ref.
seen one of the matches Ron did out there, and he won it, but beyond that, I don't know. That's the only match I've seen.
Right. Yeah, I need to find that out and see what's going on with it.
Whoever posted it with the flames and stuff going up, and you could barely even see the video.
Oh, okay.
Chance and Ron is Michigan.
Michigan, up at Battle Creek, or
Probably. I think it's usually in the later of the year like that.
yeah.
Did y'all get to see
I
Paul?
think Ron's got to work that day, Chance. So you might have to reschedule.
Y'all see Paul Lynn do work?
Yes.
Yeah, that was good. He's
I
a
think
beast.
he sharpens his elbow, man. I think he's got a file, and he gets that thing into a good little point.
Yeah.
He'd make for good ground and pound, man. He'd cut you up.
Oh yeah, he'd bust you, split your forehead open easy.
More near Detroit.
More near Detroit. Okay.
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
I'm gonna have to get Ron ready for it, you know.
He better not back out on me 2 times in a row.
Knowing Ron, he'll do it just because. Nah,
Yeah,
I know he hated it last time, but he did that to Breida too. Something came up, you know, they had to postpone it to Alabama 2 years ago, and
Yeah.
I was there for that, and that was a hell of a match, man.
yeah.
Like I was pulling for Ron because you know he's Georgia, but I love Jonathan Breida, man. You know we're buddies, and I tell you what, that Herman Stevens is a hell of a corner man. He will get in the ref's head, you know, and have them looking for stuff that ain't even happening, you know. But that was a great match. I was right there at the stage for that. But I was glad that Ron pulled him out. So
Yeah, Breida won his super match yesterday. He pulled El Cesar.
right. And who did Brandon pull right again? It dropped out of my head.
Dimitri Kachan.
Right.
So Ron did win yesterday?
No, we're talking about Breida.
Oh, okay.
Breida won
against one match from yesterday.
Yeah, Brandon El Seltzer. He beat him left hand, and then Dimitri beat Brandon right hand.
Gotcha.
So he had a tough day. So how about what else went on this weekend, guys?
While y'all think about it, Dan Mosier, I've only got one egg left. I've been looking at it 3 weeks. I need more.
I'm gonna order some of those. After I heard of people eating them with glass on them, I know they were good.
Adam Morinsky busted his and picked them out of the shards of glass to eat them. That's when I decided I got to get some. And now I know why I did it, because if I was to drop mine, I'd pick them all up and put them in a bowl.
Adam eats glass for breakfast anyway, so that's how tough he is.
He said a few of the eggs had a little crunchy into them, but they wasn't too bad.
Right.
Yeah, the only other thing I know of was I would call it I would say a upset, Corey over Ryan Espy.
Yeah. I mean, that's I gotta watch that match. I ain't got to see that one yet. There's so much stuff to watch, you know. And we had practice and all that, so I was on the road. But yeah, that's a good win for Corey. I mean, left hand. I mean, he blew that bicep off almost 2 years ago.
That's what me and Mike were talking about. Did it come off?
Was it a detachment or did it just tear?
I think it detached because he didn't do anything. He had surgery.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think he would have had surgery for a partial. I don't know.
Right.
But he actually had surgery, and he was like not doing anything with it for a while there. So that's pretty good coming back. So I know there's some local stuff that went on. A guy y'all probably don't know, but you'll probably get to know soon. He looks like Chance Shaw, and he's just maybe a little bit younger and a little bit lighter. But his name's Ryan Dunwoody, and he pulls with Scott Clements and Ryan Bellinger. He had a super match with Nicholas Johnson from North Carolina. You might have seen Nicholas. He had a YouTube channel. Him and what's his name? Anyway, he had a lot of guys on. He had like Paul Lynn on. He did some interviews and some other guys.
Now,
But,
is he the one that pulls in the pink shirt and the pink cowboy hat?
Now that's Chance.
Oh, wait, that's Chance Shaw.
Yeah, that's Chance. This guy's about that size when Chance done that, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, but Ryan, he's got the glasses, clean cut guy, super nice guy. He smacked Nicholas Johnson 3-0.
Gotcha.
Yesterday at a little event they had and up in North Carolina.
Okay.
So, and then of course I beat Logan Austin 3-1 for our rankings match. So that was right-handed.
Good win too, man. That's a good win.
Yeah, he's tricky, but like I've told you guys off camera, I don't think he was 100%. So I want a rematch, and I won. So let's
Hey,
run
was that
that back.
one of those Amber Heard bumps while you was on the stand? What was that there, man?
Yeah. What? These allergies are killing me, brother.
Oh man, they're killing me too up here.
But no, that was pretty good. So I did that. I pulled guys. I pulled Paul Passmore a little bit. Still strong. His right feels really good right now. Left feels the same as it always has.
Yeah, so. Did you see the comment Raymond Cody made about Paul earlier?
No, what's that?
Rebecca Todd, I guess she shared or put the video out of Corey, beating Ryan and talking about him and stuff, which is good. Now, Raymond Cody commented on there. He was like, isn't this the guy that Paul Passmore destroyed at their WAL little pre-match debut thing? Why don't we hear nothing about Paul? And I wasn't going to put on there about his arm deal or whatever, but I thought it was funny.
It was left. It was right-handed, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
right. It was right-handed. WAL was right-handed.
It was like a 3-2 deal.
Yeah, but you talking about having anxiety during a match that night when I was watching that, and Paul being so important to me as a person, and friend. I was pissed. I was like, you cannot lose, man. I was almost shaking, when that match was going on watching it. But now, I mean, Paul's a bad dude, and I'm not taking anything from Corey. Corey's just leveled up, and I mean, I'd love to see him pull left-handed. That would be awesome. But Paul would definitely have to have time to train for it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
You're talking about how wound up you was, watching the match.
Right.
I didn't get to go down and see Matt Mask and Wayne Withers, but I had it on my phone. But I'm driving, and I've got my phone sitting on the hands-free device, and I'm watching it. Man, I'm screaming and yelling like to wreck the car one time.
Yeah, when your boys are doing something, you can't be there. It's crazy, man. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think Corey probably wouldn't pull Paul right now. He's probably looking up. I mean, he ain't got nowhere to go. I don't guess in North America, left-handed. Who's better than Ryan Espy left-handed in North America?
Cody Merritt.
Right, Cody. Yeah, he pulled Cody.
Shane Owens, what's up? Ike, he said he heard you were feeling like a monster yesterday.
Not a Shane Owens monster, but a couple steps below. Yeah, a little monster.
More like a Michael Nance monster.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah, I was bragging on them yesterday. The guys were, we were talking about the Carolina Chaos guys, and I said, yeah, I pulled Shane about a month ago or so, and they said go, and that's it. They're like, yeah. I said, yeah. So I might have to find a different way to pull that guy, maybe with my truck.
Shane's a bad dude.
Yeah. There's so many levels to it, man. It's crazy. But I'm still training and getting better. So I got a little bit of confidence. I just want somebody to call me out in Georgia. So I mean, we got Buddy Stone.
Who are some contenders from over there, Buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Buddy's something else. I
Yeah,
hope he gets to start doing some traveling, some pulling.
I just don't know about his right. I know his left is really good. I pull him right. I mean, there's plenty of guys that can beat me.
Look at Cody Look at Cody up there in that corner.
His left is good.
Oh yeah, yeah. And Cody beat him left, but you beat Glenn Brooks left hand there, so I'm not.
Ike on the count of three. Ike on the count of three. Oh hell, Cody, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're not worthy. But like there's a guy like Samuel Small from Georgia. Told you guys he's a big old tall guy. He might beat me. I mean, he probably should beat me, but I want to pull him. I don't want to be overlooked by anybody that's not even made a name for themselves in the state, much less the country. So hey, come at me, bro. You know what I mean? But he got Buddy Stone, David Craver. His right is not like it's not there. He had broke his wrist, and it's just never gotten better. I beat Trevin right-handed already. Got Logan, and nobody under me on the list that I could think of will give me a hard time. So,
hey, where's Trevin living now?
Augusta. He was at
Augusta?
Fort Gordon. Yeah. He's
so he's
getting out.
playing place in Plymouth Station.
Right. Yeah, but I think if he's not out by now, he's going to be out soon. So.
Gotcha.
He's done. I don't know if he's going. Hopefully, he sticks around. I love training with a guy. So we'll see. But there's a bunch of 242 guys that can beat me, of course. But we just don't have a whole lot of super heavyweights in Georgia. If you come to think about it, you got me and Paul, David Craver, Trevin, but most of the guys are a little bit lighter.
Shane says Tyler Davis is in Georgia. You know what Tyler Davis?
I don't. Tell him to come pull with us, man.
I don't know that name.
Come beat me up, man. I'm number 2 right-handed in Georgia. I really don't think I'm the number 2 guy. You know what I mean? So I'll stay there until somebody beats me.
We're having somewhat of a little rankings deal this weekend. Mike, is like a left-hand tournament deal for some rankings.
It's going to be an open division because right now, if there's enough to show up so that we can have 2 classes, then Austin says we'll have 2 classes. Otherwise, it's going to be open.
So how are y'all going to run it? Like a round robin or what?
I don't know.
Haven't decided yet.
I haven't been told.
Right. I mean, a round robin would be kind of rough, but you could do a double elimination, I guess. So, who you think's going to win that one? Left-handed. Cody Kilgore.
Now, I didn't think about it, but does Craig pull left, Mike?
Yes.
Is it anywhere near his right?
Yes, but his right is dominant.
Okay, well, I'm not taking first then. I was thinking more of, you got Casey Coley, depending on what he's weighing, he's really good. Then there's Glenn, Orlando, July the 2nd.
I think that if Casey and Cody Franklin both show up, I think just your top 5 is going to be in no certain order: Greg Blue, Cody, Glenn, Casey.
Yep, I agree with you.
And then from there, I don't know.
I like that. Chance,
I'm probably about number 37.
Yeah, right.
What is it? Is it like Florida States or Orlando, July the 2nd? Y'all know anything about that?
I haven't heard anything about Orlando.
I haven't either.
Some of us Bama guys will be in Texas at the end of June, so I don't.
Yeah. Oh, actually, just the week before that, so probably not, because we're going to be at the IFA Nationals the very weekend before that. So I know I can't travel like that 2 weeks in a row.
Right. Yeah, that's tough. That'd be tough.
We're gonna go get us that 6-foot team trophy.
Are you?
That thing's 5'8"?
Yeah, it's like 5'7".
One of them, I know one of them's like an inch or 2 taller than I am, because I was joking about it.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I think it was 5'7" or 5'8".
Yeah.
The UBU Expo.
So I think Alabama has a great team. Florida's got a great team. Mississippi, Louisiana, all the southern teams I think are really good. And I think the Southeast can beat about anybody, team wise.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think Georgia could probably. I mean, you think about super heavyweight, Paul Passport, Bath, 242, Jerome Loud, 220, 198. Yeah, Josh Ellison.
Is Greg Hilton full?
Yeah, he could go 198. He's our number
Josh
one.
Still pulling regular?
I hear he is. The guy's talking about to go to practice to his house. He's been kind of quiet with it though. So
no, I don't mean as far as practicing. I mean, is he hitting any tournaments? I haven't seen him at all. I don't think I've seen Josh since Buford last year. Not
that's right.
Past Buford, but the Buford before.
Yeah, you're about right with that. I think he started a business or something, remodeling houses and all.
Yeah.
I think he's just been busy. But then like 176 guys, the 154s, we got Pranav and Cody Wood and Michael Goss and all them guys. I mean, we got some bad guys, which y'all do too. But who would what would be y'all's dream team for Alabama?
How many people?
Just the normal AAA weights, one each.
Dalton Duncan, Dakota Blue, Craig Blue, Nate Adams. Are we doing right-handed or left-handed?
Well, let's just say right.
Real quick before you do that, Chance was saying that he thinks the only state that beats the Southeast is Pennsylvania because of Dave Chafee, Paul Lynn Elsesser, Storm Chelino, Sam Harris.
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Tell Chance to put in his dream team for Florida. AAA weight classes, one each, right hand.
One each, because I was going to say you got Carl Stanley too.
Yeah.
Chance,
let's just say right hand. I would put Carl on the left hand.
Yeah. Chance, 242. Can Craig? Does Craig pull 242 or does he?
I think he can. Yeah, I think he can.
Craig, just because I don't know any other 242s. I know Noel is one of. He's pretty good.
Right.
Artem.
Right. I thought Craig Sublier was pulling 220s now.
I think he is, but I think he's floating up there sometimes.
Okay.
But continue, Mike. What was your Alabama dream team that had Cody Kilgore in it? But besides that, who else is your?
He said right-handed, man. He said right-handed.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Dalton, Dakota, Craig, Blue, Cody Franklin, Casey, Nate Adams, but I don't know if that covered all the weight classes because Nate
you got
dropped
Craig.
me.
You got
What?
Craig over Glenn.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I've got Craig over everybody. I mean, I think the last few times he pulled Nate, he's beaten Nate.
Right. So your 176 guy would be Dalton.
Yeah.
How about the 154? I don't. Who was that?
I don't know of who we got 154, Cody.
I think can't he do 54?
How about Travis? What was he pull?
Travis is
Tuggle or his name?
Oh no, man, he's Tennessee.
Oh, I thought he was in Alabama. I thought he was in North Alabama.
Indiana, and then he's Tennessee.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Chance Shaw's got him in the supers, Brad Grundy 242, Andre Sharkovich 220. I forgot about him. Noel, Austin Wade, and Pappy. I've heard about that Pappy guy. Apparently he's like really good.
Yeah, that's a good team.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nate could pull. Is he like 220 now?
Nate pulled friggin' 220s, man. He weighed in at 219.
Yeah.
Yeah, 200 of it was his upper body.
200 of it was his arms, man.
Yeah, the first time I seen that guy, I was like, who is that?
Nate walked in the night before to do weigh-ins, and I looked at him, I just kind of jokingly said, gonna make 220s? Yep. And about that time, he dropped his jacket off, pulled his shorts off, and I was like, dang, man.
Jack. How about Tennessee don't have any good pullers, do they?
Robbie Russell.
Oh,
Robbie Russell, Travis Tuggle.
Blake Perry's a super.
Blake Perry probably for the super.
Right. 242 guy. His work.
The
Jay's
rate
work.
for the 150. I don't see any 150 beating Luray in Tennessee.
No. How about they got to go?
I go Travis.
Right. 198. Robbie.
Is Robbie doing 220s or 198 now? You guys know because Robbie looks thick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, some of them I've seen him, he didn't look super huge, but some of them he looked, yeah.
Yeah.
Also you got Bumgardner.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a good one. How about
See, I would put if Robbie is pulling 220s, I'd put Bumgardner in the 198s.
that'd be smart. That'd be good there.
Mm-hmm.
How about a 242 guy?
Mario?
He's slim now, isn't he? He can pull 242.
Larry Childers.
Hey, yeah, bullpen.
There was.
I didn't even think about Larry.
There was somebody else. I think they came out of retirement to pull Dakota Ballard, but which Dakota's another one at 242. But
right,
Kyle, I can't remember his last name, but there's a. And then used to you had Taylor Beatty.
yeah. Do any of them guys beat James Work?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I wasn't sure.
Chance says Nate is a freak. Chance, you seen him the night before at weigh-ins when he weighed in at 219. He looked like a cartoon character.
That's wild, man.
He looked like he belonged in the back of a muscle magazine, Muscle Heads.
I remember those.
Yeah.
Chance, Tennessee State, Dalton, Duncan, and Alan Fisher, how do you think that's going to go? What y'all think?
Now, Dalton Duncan. 15 years ago, if Dalton was in his prime, Allen's in his prime, I got to go Fish, man.
Right. I agree, but I think Dalton's going to win it now.
Oh, I think he is too.
And who's Hunter pulling again?
Kevin Palco.
Right.
uh,
What do you think about
I'm
that?
not familiar with Palco.
I know he does good. He did good at Kentucky Muscle. Our guy Pranav, from Georgia.
Yeah. Well, see, Travis Tuggle is who beat Palco at Kentucky Muscle
Right.
and done it easily. But all I had heard was, how great Palco was, but I didn't even recognize the name. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I just haven't seen his matches.
Right.
Yeah.
Or perhaps I saw him and just didn't know who it was.
I got to go 100 on it. As long as Chad's got him trained up, I think he'll win.
Yeah. He's Palco's pulling Bumgardner left-handed.
I think.
Bumgardner.
Yeah, I think Bumgarner's gonna smoke him.
Left-handed Bumgardner.
Yeah. When I started
I
seeing
call
them
that
guys,
303
man.
for whatever. 2 out of 3, 3 out of 5, 28 out of 32. I don't, whatever, dude.
Right, they're deceivingly good, man, and fast too. Them boys are fast. We'll see. I think I want to try to make it up to that. I wasn't planning on it, but I think I'd like to.
Now that's September, right?
It's the 1st of August, I think.
August? Okay.
It's in August sometime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I'll try to make it up there. So pull some of them big Tennessee boys. It's been a while.
Does Brock pull anymore, Mike? Do you know?
I don't think that he does. I think he's just taking a break right now. I don't know if he's gonna get back in or not, honestly.
So when's your next? Y'all are going to Texas, I know, but after that, you got anything on the books?
I really don't until I want to go to the Tennessee one.
Right.
I mean, that's the only one that I've really Buford, the PAF.
Yeah.
When is that last match, the last time?
July 16th.
Okay, so there, definitely Buford.
Right. I'll be there.
I definitely want to be there for Anthony's last one.
Yeah. He's going to have one near Charleston, the August 20th down there in Ladson,
Okay.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
That's going to be like his finals, I think, this year. But he's having something in Daytona. Even after that.
One of the two of those, I definitely want to be at.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely July 16th. That's what I'm training for right now.
Okay.
For that tournament. And August 20th, I definitely want to go.
Well, really, I would prefer to be at the finals. But they've been in Buford for 2 years and Atlanta before that.
Yeah, yeah. And the venue, I love the venue at Buford. And they said the venue at Ladson is really cool too. It's like the Honky Tonk Saloon or something. And it's supposed to be really cool. Yeah. Yeah. The flu kept me from it last year. So yeah.
Yeah, I love Battery Row over there in Buford.
Yeah, man, that's an awesome place. And you hear how he got that place?
No.
So like Don Underwood, when he was with the Falcons,
yeah,
he knew the owner somehow through that, and he hooked Anthony up with the guy, and that's how they got hooked up with that place.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, because I was thinking about having Georgia arm fights there, but I didn't want to step on Anthony's toes or anything like that. So I was going to get him. Now he might hook me up with a guy. I don't know.
I started saying now that he's stepping out.
Right. Because as much as I love the Southern Brewing Company, being outside sucks.
It was pretty rough, man. It was pretty rough.
Yeah. I mean, it was the 1st of May in Georgia. It could be 100 or it could be 70. You never know. So.
Well, if me and Glenn hadn't been under that tent, that's a couple of melted fat boys.
Man, everybody had a fun time though. It was good. So, but that's August 20th, and then September the 10th is Joe Rogers Pull the Mountains.
Yeah.
Try to do that too. I plan on being there for sure. So
now, where is that going to be? It's not going to be at the NASCAR museum, right?
no, he's got a new place. I think it's a gym or something like that. So I like having my tournaments at bars or a place that has food. It's tough sometimes. It just seems like the atmosphere is a little bit better when people are having a few drinks. That's just me. So I don't know. Like I don't like to have them at school gyms or anything like that. But that's just me. I don't know how do y'all feel? Like Alabama's great, but it's kind of like sneak your own in if you want a beer or something. Nobody bothers you. So, and that was kind of like at Southern Brewing Company. They only sell craft beer and their beer. And I looked around, and the people I was helping clean up, and all I seen was Bud Light cans in the trash can. Ice House. Ryan Bath was up on stage with me on the mic, and they were bringing him 6 packs of Ice House. Nobody said a word. I guess they didn't care. So, and then when the sun went down, it smelled like somebody hit a skunk. But we all had a good time.
Skunk, man. What would smell like that, Ike?
I don't know. I think somebody run over a skunk out there on the highway.
It could have been.
So, oh man. What's wrong, Cody?
I think the skunk may have got hit outside just now.
Oh, it's skunk breeding season, You got anything else, Cody?
I'm good if y'all guys are.
Yeah, I think I am, man. I'm gonna be high on my wind all week.
I got a young lady waiting for me to call her.
Oh, do we need a warner? Oh man, but it's good, guys.
I think she's watching this. She watched the entire last one.
Oh, okay. Mike's a super good guy.
I'll send you the money PayPal, all right?
Thank you.